Hello.
Hello, everybody. Like WM just said as well. Hello there, and welcome back to Andor, episode 8 on the Building and Chatting podcast. Today, of course, we're doing episode 8, and we're going to talk all about it, and everything. Yeah. But so, with Andor, let's get right on into it. If you've seen the last podcast, you know what's going on. Andor's in jail now, and yeah, that's the main thing right now. Andor has been put in prison. So let's go over episode 8. We are going to go over it like last time. We are going over this in arcs. So we are going to do multiple arcs for the show. This episode has a lot going on, so we're going to do it by Andor, Mon Mothma, Cyril and the Empire, um, uh, the bit. Oh yeah, the Ferrex stuff, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to cover first? We got the Andor stuff. We got Cyril and the Empire, Bix, or Mon Mothma. Where do we start off here?
Cyril.
All right, let's go over
Because the
Cyril
first
or
shot
Cyril.
in
Yeah.
the episode today is like his stepmom again or whatever.
Oh wait, no, that's the last episode.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's 7, boy. We are on episode 8. did you watch it? No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah, I watched
joking.
it.
Okay. No, I'm playing with you. Okay, so let's get WM started off here. Cyril has um reported 6 false reports of Andor to the Empire to get their attention because he wants to go after Andor. He wants to tell them that everything in the report is not right and stuff, and he hasn't even read it, right? And he wants to go to and of course, Commander. It's the female Imperial, and these I just can't. I always forget her name when we do these episodes of WM. It's like Commander. So female Imperial lady. There we go. She's she's talking to Cyril, and she's like, "Well, okay. So what is wrong about this? Who's the person that escaped of Andor?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know who it is, but they were wearing like a green cloak, dark pants, stuff like that." I gave it basically the description of what Lufin looked like. They don't know his name, so which is good. But Andor and Lufin got away from Ferrex, and Cyril's telling them that he didn't even read the report. He was forced to sign the report that they made because of imperial authority. They forced him to do it, so he couldn't do anything about it. So it made him look really bad. But all he was trying to do was to protect his men and the people from Andor, or what he thought was a big threat and stuff. So that's a very reasonable thing. But they made him look like a criminal, made him look like he was incompetent. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, and that was mainly Cyril's arc this episode. Is it like connector Mevo? It's something like that, like Evo or something. That was her name. But yeah, she gives him the report, and he says this is all wrong. Nothing happened like this. And that's where his arc ends. And she tells him, "You're glad that you came to me, and don't file any more false reports, and just stay here, basically, so we can verify all of this." And then that's where his part ends for this episode because he wants to be back on the Empire. You know,
Yeah, he
he
wasn't. He didn't have very much this episode.
yeah he didn't have much, but it was important to the story. It's showing that Cyril is trying to find Andor, which we knew already, but he's trying to do alternate means and secret methods. But she said, if you do any more false reports at your job, you won't be talking to me. So yeah, Cyril kind of got a threat there. So so WM, what art do you want to talk about next? Because Cyril, that was Cyril's. Basically, he gave the information to the commander, and she leaves. So and yeah, that was Cyril's arc in this episode. So what? Now we have the Andor arc, the Mon Mothma arc, and the Bix arc on Ferrix. Which one are we talking about now?
Andor.
Do you want to cover this, or do you want me to?
I'll cover most of it.
You'll cover Andor. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it like picks up on him, and they're like, he gets like shoved into this transporter thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they make him take off their shoes, and then they end up at this like jail, and it's a really weird looking like, I believe the shape is an octagon looking thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's they get into the entrance, and they're the oops, the people there are like explaining the I don't know what I'm saying. Um,
They
like
explain.
the
Yeah.
expectations.
Well, yeah, but before that, once he gets to the prison area, right, or to the area there where he's chained up, they tell him about the shock collars they have, or like like if they
Yeah,
try and do anything to hurt the guards or hurt anyone there, they can get shocked, and they show that to him, and then they lead him to the workroom. Or no, they verify his information and send him to the workroom, and yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
mm,
so then another guy is explaining what's going on, and he's like, pick a number, and he's like 5, and he's like, then that's your station.
Yeah, flipping Gollum tells him where to
Oh
go.
yeah, it's Gollum.
It's Gollum, it's Alfred, it's Ulysses Claw, like it's there's even more. But yeah, flipping yeah. Flipping Gollum over here is leading Andor to table 5. He's like, this is will be your workstation. You work with these men and you get your work done, and if you get your work done, you get a reward. And they tell you what the reward is later, so we won't spoil that. But yeah, basically Andor watch. Yeah, so go ahead, WM. But yeah, what they get him to work? He learns how to do it, right? He watches them doing it.
Yeah, he watches them do it.
Yeah, and then what happens next?
Uh, he's in like the hallway, right?
Yeah, the cells. Yes.
And he's talking with the one guy, and they're like, well, not Gollum guy, but just another guy.
Yeah, it's one of the members on his work crew. Yeah.
And they're talking about the thing, and then he's like, he doesn't know anything about it. I forget like the word, the name of it.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, he explains that you have your sink, your bathroom, your stuff, and
Oh
he's like,
yeah,
yeah, where's the food and where's the food and water, and Andor and the dude says he pulls out a tube from the wall, so they get like feeding. They're literally it's like a feeding tube, and that's what they get. And remember, we said there was a reward. WM, what do
yeah.
they get as a reward for doing a good job at work?
Isn't it like flavorful food?
Yeah, flavorful food. But the thing you're talking about was how many days it said he had to stay there. Right,
Yeah.
he doesn't know about it. Yeah, you can tell that.
What do you remember? Like what the acronym or whatever it was for it?
I can't remember, but it was like the days he had to serve. But basically, if anything bad happens with the Empire, their days double or triple. Like they get blamed, the prisoners get blamed for it, even though it's really the Empire's fault that happens. But
Yeah.
prisoners have to stay longer because they think that someone helped someone or something. So well, whatever. Like that's honestly where Andor's arc leaves off. The last time we see him, he's just doing more workstation stuff. Like he's literally just being put through
Yeah,
the
he's like
ringer,
at
and
work right now.
yeah, they work at the workstation, and then they get put back in their cells. And if you step out of the cell, when the floor is the hot plate, you get burned or something. Oh wait, one of the workers jumped off. One of the workers died.
Oh
They
yeah.
let's just say they killed themselves in Minecraft. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. So that is Andor's arc. He's in prison and at the workstation, which is interesting. My boy was literally trying to get groceries, and then he gets arrested and has to work. So, oh yeah, and he's under the name Keith Gergo. Yeah, but yeah, that was Andor's arc, and yeah, and then let's do Bix next because I think we could just honestly get through this very easily, very quickly. You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't much that happened with her.
All right, let's start off on Bix.
All right, all right. I'll talk about Bix. So Bix and Andor's friend at the beginning, the one where he said, "I have to leave," he created the
Oh yeah, that
drinking
was the same
story.
guy.
Yeah, the drinking story dude, where he had to leave. He created a story for the Empire. Yeah,
The drinking story.
the drinking story guy. But him and Bix go to Andor's house to watch over his stepmom and because she fell in the street trying to unlock the gate. Because they said she's old. She was like she's a rebel.
She's old.
Yeah, but she was opening the gates to the rim, or trying to open the gates to the rim so she could let the rebellion in, so they could sneak in and try and take over Ferrix, from the Empire. But that was what she was doing. She's not really understanding things that good anymore. She's just kind of like weird. So Bix and them help her, and then they leave, and they're just talking out in the streets. But Dell, and Cinta are listening to them. The crew from Aldani, Val and Cinta, they're listening in on Andor's friends, and they're like, "Well, where's he at?" And they're like, Cinta's like, "Well, we don't know. We don't know where they are. We don't know where Andor is. No one knows where he is." So yeah, but we know he's in prison, but no one else does. So Bix goes to contact Lufin, and at her radio tower, right in that one of her friend's shops, the radio tower in her friend's shops, Para's shop, I believe it was, and she goes up there, but Lufin, Condry, his assistant, or Keela, Lufin's assistant, tells him shut down the Ferrix network. If you don't, the Empire will come for us. So they shut off the Ferrix signal, but there was enough of a signal that got Bix in trouble. And then the Empire comes looking for her, and they've kidnapped Para, and they take Para out of the room. Bix is kind of freaking out because they have her friend, and she gets put in the interrogation chair with Commander Miro. I think it's Miro. Commander Miro, I think, was the lady's name. But she gets put in the chair, and then the door shuts. And we do not know what will happen next with Bix until next episode. All we know is interrogation. So, yep.
Yeah, in this episode there was a lot of moments that we saw from the trailers.
Some moments for sure. I was fortunate. Yeah. A lot of the trailers focus on Ferrix and Aldani, though. For sure. The first two arcs. were the most heavily in the trailers, which it makes sense, you know. Don't want to show too much of the ending episodes, you know. So that makes sense, but um, well, WM, we got one more art to cover. Our girl Mom Mothma. Do you want to take her?
Our girl Mon Mothma.
Our girl Mom Mothma. Our favorite our favorite rebellion lady. There we go.
I
so,
wanna. I'll let you because I wanna talk about the big like the one Luthen thing at the end.
okay, you can talk about Luthen, and I'll talk about Mom Mothma. I, I mean, she's probably in the, now. The thing I was confused about, right?
Yeah,
I think this is the same party from last episode, correct?
I would
Because
think so.
if it's not, and if it's a different party, then she is really just trying to get everyone under her thumb, man, for the rebellion. Because this is ridiculous with all these party. But I think it's the same party since her banker friend's still there and stuff, you know. And it looks like it continued where she met the friends her husband talked about in the scene in the last episode. Remember, because they were going to go meet them, and it looks like they did in at the beginning of her part. So that it looks like the same party. But Mom Mothma, you know, talks to some of her political people, her friends in the Senate and stuff, and she's with her husband. They're talking to peeps, and then her banker friend, comes up and says, "Well, you know, it's being very slow to get all these funds transferred. You know, I mean, the Empire has a crack on these things these days. You know, it's very hard to get all this money passed." And she's like, "Well, can we try and get more in there?" And her banker friend's like, "Well, how much?" I think his name is like Lar or something like Lars. We'll call him that for now. But he's like, "Well, how much are you talking about here? I mean, I can do it, but how much?" She says 400,000 credits. WM.
Damn.
Damn. Damn, Daniel. Like, oh my god. But yeah, she's like, I'm gotta move these 400,000 credits. You know, I have to go into my charity fund for the rebellion. So yeah, she does that. Talks to her banker friend. Then her husband pulls her away. He's like, "We need to talk to more guests. Come on." And she's getting people under her thumb, right? And she's drinking drinks with people, having some fun. Her daughter, like always, just disappears after like 1 minute of dialogue.
Yep.
And then she at the end she's talking to Shandrillan, which was her and her husband's homeworld, so they're kind of getting along. And she's talking to him about helping her with a bill or something she wants to pass. And she's being nice to him, and he says, "Well, I know, I know you're Shandrillian hospitality. You're always trying to get me to do something." So it's like, yeah, and that's mainly how her arc ends. Is mainly just trying to convince people to help her with her bills and stuff to help the rebellion and stop the Empire. They actually mentioned the Emperor this episode again.
Yeah.
They through Mon Mothma, because they said the Emperor is an evil person and stuff. You know what? This is actually so interesting. It shows how scared the Senate was of the Emperor. It shows how scared everyone was. Even the senators under him were scared to even do anything against him. So that
He
shows
is the
how much
Senate.
I am the Senate. Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah. It's just crazy. With all this Emperor mentioning, I swear, if him and Darth Vader just appear at the end of Andor, I might freak out. But we'll see what happens.
I don't think Darth
But
Vader
yeah, you
might.
said
I
but
think the Emperor probably might.
Emperor, maybe not like into Andor or Mom Mothma or something, but there might be a tease towards the Emperor. Because if season two's coming out, right, you have to tease the Emperor somehow. Because in Rogue One, they get the Death Star plans at the end and Scarif blows up. So you have to introduce the Emperor to know about this rebel coup, right?
Yeah.
Because he know that's why people were freaking out in Rogue One. You know, Vader and the Emperor. They're like, oh my gosh, they're getting the Death Star plans. So yeah, there has to be a mention at the end of this season or season two, for sure. But yeah, so you said you wanted to talk about the Lufin clip at the end here. So I'm gonna let you cover Lufin's stuff because Mom Mothma, all she did was ask people for votes and stuff, and ask her banker friend to transfer her money to her charity fund for the rebellion. So that was really what she had. So let's go. You can go over Lufin's final part of this episode, WN.
So basically, he goes to have a chat with Sol Guerrera from Rogue One.
Yes, this was a
Yes.
big moment. And basically, he's like, I have all these Imperial things here, Saw. I know you are a man that would want them. And what it Saw, and he's like, well, Saw's like, well, Lupin, this is all very nice, but I know this isn't for free. What do you want? And he wants Agito Cargus, like some dude, right? The location of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And Saw's like, I don't think I can do that, Lufin. I don't think that's possible. Well, and basically, WM, what
Yeah, it gets a little
happens?
like heated.
It does get a little heated.
And he's like, "This is like a stupid ox" or something like that.
Yeah, and Saw's like, well, you better be on your way then. And yeah, that was the final part of Andor. But it wasn't in that order. The final shot of this scene is Andor working at the workbench, but it was the scene like right before that. Like one of the scenes right before that was this scene, which we knew Saw was coming. That was something they did confirm, but we did not know. Yeah, they confirmed it before this came out. They said that Saw would be in it somewhere, and I was waiting. And I'm so glad we got him with Lufin. It worked so well. So
I didn't even know he was gonna be in it.
yeah. I honestly kind of forgot until he popped up, and I was like, oh my god, it's Saw. Like I kind of freaked out. I like Saw Gerrera, so. But this was the episode of Andor. Another great episode of Andor. WM, what do you rate this episode of Andor?
8 out of 10. Again.
8. You're an 8 out of 10 man.
Wait, no, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7?
There wasn't any of Cyriel's mother.
You wanted more what? Cyriel?
Cyriel's mother.
I'm sorry. It's a 9 out of 10. The only reason why Cyriel's mother wasn't in it. That's WM's rating. He gives WM, that can be your rating. It's a 9 out of 10 for you, but it's not a 10 out of 10 because Cyriel's mother was not in it. I honestly, I did really like last episode. I mean, the Neamos theme cannot be beat. So I have to give this a 9 out of 10. You did not have. There was good music, but you didn't have Neamos theme.
Neamos.
That's literally what the planet's called, is Neamos. You didn't have the Neomos theme, and well, you lost me. No, I'm joking, but no. That theme, that theme's perfect though. It's a bop. But I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoy all episodes of Andor. That's how good it's been.
Yep.
But honestly, yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. You said now what is it really? Is it 7 out of 10 or is it 9 for you?
9, probably.
Yeah, 9. No, yeah, 9 for him because no Sabrio's over. Okay, got it. And 9 for me because we didn't get the Neomos theme in Neomos, so it was kind of disappointing. But no, I'm joking.
Yes.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, this is another episode of Andor from the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff. So yeah, episode 8 was great. And next time, WM, do you want to give them a teaser on what we're talking about next?
Tales of the Jedi.
Yes, the amazing, the brilliant, the beautiful Tales of the Jedi. I do like Tales of the Jedi, but we're not going to get into it fully. We will be talking about that next time. All 6 episodes of Tales of the Jedi. So get ready, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I hope there's a season 2 of Tales of the Jedi, but yeah. But it's definitely a season 2 of Andor. We know that's coming because we got to get our boy K2SO.
Our boy.
They've already teased that for season 2, so get ready. But yeah, we will talk to you all next time. I know this was a shorter podcast than most, but honestly, when you're covering one episode of a show, they don't go for too long. So, but yeah. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Andor on the Building and Chatting podcast. Me and WM are going to go, and we will see you for Tales of the Jedi and Andor episode 9 later this week. Yeah, later this week. Yeah. Well, yeah, we will see you later for that. Actually, I'm going to tell them to schedule WM just so they know.
Okay.
So, just so everyone knows, on Tuesday we are planning to have the Tales of the Jedi episode out. We are planning to have this episode out on the Andor episode out on Sunday, October 30th. So tomorrow, when you're watching this, we're recording this Saturday, October 29th. So yeah, but we will. This will go up tomorrow. And then we have Tales of the Jedi on Tuesday, and the next episode of Andor, episode 9, will be sometime probably next weekend. Probably next Sunday, usually about, somewhere around there, like Thursday to Sunday, in that time range. Because we take our time with these. We want to make sure we give the best podcast episodes ever. So yeah, we always want to make sure we take our time, make sure we have enough time to do it. So yeah. So but yeah, everybody, we will talk to you in Tales of the Jedi, and we will talk to you again later. So, yeah, WM, if there's anything else you want to say or anything you want to promote on here, just say it. I know you've got a new
My new
episode.
video.
Yes, I know he's got a new episode of the Classroom up, so please go over to WM Productions channel. His channel is in the featured channel section on the podcast channel. So if you want to go over there and subscribe, give him a like and a thumbs up, and or sorry, a like, and hit the bell, and do some comments saying like, hey, this is a great video. Yeah, go over there and watch his new episode of The Classroom. Season 3 is out now, and if you missed The Classroom and do not know what this is, you're like, what is this? Is this like a what is this? Then
What is this?
then just watch all the episodes. I might even be in there somewhere. I have spoilers. I have a character in the show. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say pick up on season 2.
Yep,
Enjoy
yep,
it.
yep. But yeah, but we and just of course, follow my main channel as well, Bounty Hunter Network. That's also in the featured channels section on this podcast channel. But yeah, and follow Bounty Hunter Games, my gaming channel as well. Thank you, guys. Everything's in the featured channel section if you want to follow all our channels. But yeah, thank you for watching this next podcast. We will see you Tuesday for Tales of the Jedi, and sometime later sometime later after Tuesday, we will see you for the next episode of Andor. We will see you later. Thank you for watching. Support everything that we do. No, I'm joking. But just if you want to follow us, give us some more subscriptions over on our individual channels. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate the support, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye, and see you soon.
Goodbye.